Because one of the classic distinctions between the ego-driven workplace and the beyond ego workplace, as we're calling it, is how feedback is handled. In the egoic workplace, most of our coworkers have trouble giving us honest feedback because of some combination of their ego's response to the fear about how our ego will respond. But the beyond ego workplace demands open and honest communication as the norm, including honest, transparent feedback that might challenge the ego. You need that feedback to help you discover how to show up as a leader in the most effective ways. But how do you get that feedback when people are afraid to give it to you? I bet many of you have encountered this conundrum. We have a simple strategy to try. It's not a panacea, but it could be a significant step toward getting this honest feedback that you need. It's a sentence that starts with, it's a request that starts with the words, name one thing. So you approach your coworker or your boss. You can also do this on a personal level with your significant other or your best friend. And you say something like, name one thing that you appreciate about your working relationship with me. And you also want to ask for the other side. Name one thing that I could do differently, for example, that would help you do your work better. Now, why is this? Why are we bringing this up? Why do we consider this a significant tool? Well, when you ask someone in general for feedback, how am I doing as your boss, for example, or how do you think I handled this meeting, or what did you think of my presentation today? It's way too easy for your coworker to say, fine, it was great, good job. But those responses aren't very helpful. They're not specific, and they sidestep any important feedback, especially challenging feedback, which of course everybody wants to sidestep. But name one thing requests that your coworker be specific. It's hard to answer name one thing that I could do better with fine, it was great, good job. The answer doesn't fit the question. But finally, and maybe most importantly, don't forget that when you receive that honest feedback, your ego, of course, will respond positively or negatively. Your job here is to notice if your ego gets triggered, and maybe to choose from the three responses that I mentioned earlier. Now, if you don't do this noticing, if you don't witness your ego's response and you respond from ego instead, you might never receive honest feedback from that coworker again.